How's it going, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm very excited. As you can see, I'm sat in my car. I'm not driving it today because I'm not insured, but I did indeed, I'm going to try not to show my license number, but I did indeed pass my driving test, which I was very happy about. I'm probably going to be uploading this on the Thursday, so it'll be yesterday that I passed my test. But I thought, I've been driving since April, which I've seen some of my friends pass in like 2 months, and I'm like, that's mental. But I've got I've compiled a bit of advice, you know, on how you guys, if you're starting to learn to drive or if you've got your test soon, sort of a mix of sort of what happens in the test and how to prepare effectively. I know I've been passed for a few hours and I'm already giving tips, but I thought I'm just going to do it. And linking into what I just said, I think the first piece of advice I can give is just don't compare yourself to others. Don't demoralize yourself because say your friend passes in 2 months, from when he turned 17, he turned 17 in June and he passes in August. And say for me, I turned 17 in April and I've been learning since then and I've just passed now, which is 5 months. That's not bad at all, but I was putting myself down because I had this picture of I was going to pass by summer and I'll be driving all summer long, and that sort of it didn't happen because you've got to remember everyone learns at their own speed. So you can't, you know, don't let other people, just focus on your own driving. Don't worry about anyone else and just focus on yourself. Now the next one I can say is just practice where your test is. Don't book your test like ages away just because the wait's short. Practice and book your test where you're familiar with. Where I live on the Isle of Wight, there's one test centre, so I mean there's not exactly like, but just my point is just practice where your test is going to be. Practice the routes near the centre, practice all of them, practice all the estates. And you've got to remember, on your driving test, you're going to be driving in different road conditions. You're going to be driving through quiet estates with cars either side of the road where you're going to have to be pulling over. You've got to be looking ahead and just anticipating what you're going to have to do. So I think the best way to prepare is just to practice all road conditions: quiet, rainy, absolutely rammed, busy, full of cars. And it's just practicing in all the different road conditions will just mean you're as ready as you can be for your test. Now the next thing is, this is what my instructor told me, just says drive like you're on holiday, relax, you're not late for work. Other people might be in a rush, other people might be in a hurry, but you're not in a rush. You're there to relax. Just because I felt like when I first started and I first started getting the hang of it, I was rushing things. Say someone's letting me go, I'm trying to speed through to get out their way, or say I'm pulling out or I'm turning right and I'm just rushing out, I'm going really quick, or I'm doing a reverse park and I'm just going way too quickly. There's no need for it. You can just keep your clutch control nice and tight, take it slowly, take your time. It'll give you more time to observe at junctions and just more time to do what you need to do and do it more effectively. Now my final tip for sort of stuff happening prior to the test is don't rush it. Don't book it when you're not ready, because a lot of places there, like, the wait's not that bad, so it's not really, the biggest factor in the world. But where I live, you have to, it's about a month and a half, 2 month waiting list. So I booked my test in July, and this slot was the earliest they had. So if you feel like you're not ready, that's £62 that's just going to be, going down the drain. Even if the waiting area isn't as bad. Like for me, if I had failed my test today, I probably would have been waiting until November to take it. So just make sure you're ready, and say the wait's going to be 6 weeks until you take your test. So say I was in July, I was like, right, I'm ready for my test. I want to take my test like straight away, like in August. And what I got told by my instructor is right, you're ready for your test. You can book your test for September, and I'm going to teach you how to pass your test. There's difference between learning to drive and learning to pass your test. It's like a lesson at school. It's like you can learn about geography, but if you don't know how to write like a geography essay in an exam, you're not going to get very far. So it's one thing being able to say you're the most confident driver in the world, but if you can't fill in the criteria to pass the test, such as, checking your mirrors and everything like that, then you're not going to pass. So make sure you're ready and just don't rush it. Just take it. I wanted to do my test so much earlier, but I'm just happy that I just took it at a good speed. I didn't rush myself, and I've come away and passed, so that was all good. So just don't rush into your test, just relax. Right, now these next set of advices are going to be for during the test, and I'll try and go from start to finish as best as I can. But right, eat and bring a drink with you. I didn't bring a drink in my test, and my mouth was so dry by the end of the test. You wouldn't believe it. I was so thirsty because honestly, and another thing, don't wear a grey t-shirt. I wore a grey t-shirt in my test. I had the biggest sweat patches in the world. You wouldn't believe it. So just wear a nice white t-shirt. Don't wear a grey one, because you'll be sweating by the end of it. Because I felt like I wanted to have I don't know why I didn't just have the windows down, but I had the windows up. It was hot in the car. I was nervous. You know, it gets hot and you get sweaty, and that's just don't wear a grey t-shirt, and just have something to eat before, and even bring a little snack with you, just so you can keep your sugar levels up, keep your concentration nice and high, and just, yeah, bring a drink, have something to eat, and just don't wear a grey t-shirt. Now, another one for when you're starting your test, even when you're walking out to the car, just be nice to the examiner. The examiner, well, I'm guessing she asks everyone, it's like, oh, what would you be doing if you weren't doing the test today? Just be friendly, be open, don't just say, I'll be at school. Say, like, I'm at sixth form, if she asks what you're studying, tell her what you're studying, tell her what you enjoy. You're not even in the car. And what I feel like, the way I see it, is if you set a good impression, they're going to look more positively on your driving. They're going to look for the positives, and they're not going to be so worked up over the negatives. And that sort of brings me on to the next point of drive with confidence and drive well. You've been driving, you've probably had so many lessons before you've taken your test. So just drive how you would drive not in the test. I know sometimes people get nervous and everything just goes out the window, but the way I see it is, if you drive well, the examiner's not going to look to fail you. So say if you're driving quite like badly, a bit wonky, but you're not sort of failing, I feel like the examiner will look for a reason to fail you, rather than, so say if I made a mistake today, like my one minor I passed with one minor was for steering, and that's because when I was pulling over on the left, I slightly scraped the wheel on the curb, and I feel like that could have been a serious fault if that had ended up any worse. But I feel like because I drove well and because I drove confidently, she might not. So that's what I mean, is that if you drive well, the examiner's not going to go, oh yeah, that's like really bad, I'm going to fail you for that. Whereas if I'd have driven really bad up to that point, she might have put that down as a serious fault, for all I know. But just drive with confidence, be nice to the examiner, set a good impression, make sure you've got your provisional, everything, your theory test certificate, make sure you've got it all with you, make sure your phone's on silent in your bag, and just concentrate on your driving, because obviously I'm a driving instructor now. But that's going to bring it to the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy it, I'd really appreciate it if you left a thumbs up and leave any comments below, whether you've got your test coming up, whether you've just passed, failed. Let me know all about your driving. I'd love to hear it. And again, smash the like, subscribe down below if you want more. I think I've got a new series with my car coming soon. So if you guys are looking forward to that, if you have any ideas for videos I can do in my car, again, down in the comments below. That's it from me. If you enjoy, yeah, hit the like, and I'm off. See you later, guys.